2, 3.
Green.
Oh, green. It's purple. It's purple. On the count of 3, shout out your favorite color. 1, 2, 3. Purple. Yeah, you got it. And on the count of 3, shout out the name of your favorite MC this evening.
Linda.
Yes. 1, 2, 3. Linda. Now the integral part about the show is having unusual suggestions. For example, if they ask for a barnyard animal, you can imagine how many cows and pigs we get, right?
No.
So try to think, huh?
Aardvark.
Aardvark. You see, you think it's something hard, and I have to tell you, one time we were doing a scene, and somebody suggested a giraffe psychologist. And guess what? They got it. So the point is, we want them to struggle a little bit. Don't make it too crazy, but try to think of something unusual. Same thing with professions. If they ask for a white-collar profession, we get plumber, dentist all the time. Try to think of something different. And the other thing is, with one of the games, Return Clerk, I'm not sure if we're playing it tonight, but if we do, and they ask, like for an item you might buy at Walmart that might be under $10, you know, we'll get a lot of pencils or something. Try to think of something different. And we try to keep it clean. You know, it's a family-friendly show, but we do have some great suggestions that come forward. So if you do shout out a suggestion, don't be offended if they don't take the first suggestion, because we sometimes do a lot of the same. The idea of the shows, every show you come to is different, because all the suggestions are usually different. So thank you again for coming, and all you fanatics, the ones that come to all of our shows. And we're going to get started. So if I'm Cher, here's my sonny, the founder of Funny Things, Henry Heller.
Great to see everybody tonight. What a fantastic, wasn't she great? Yeah. Not only did she did mention that it's a family-friendly show, so we do have our brown bag. Sometimes I forget to mention the brown bag. Sometimes during the show, if someone says something offensive on stage, they will wear the brown bag for the remainder of that game, such as this. But then again, if we ask for suggestions and it's off color, it could be that someone in the audience also. So watch what we say. We want to keep it fun and friendly and all of that. We have a good time. She's prepped you for all this. We're happy to have you here. And with that, I'd like to introduce my troupe that I've put together. There's some fantastic actors and actresses. Our first one, yeah, that was great. We're warmed up already. Well, let's try that again. So if you kind of like the show, you know, if you're just kind of being a little polite, you can just do this. And then you like a little more. And you like a little more. And you're really getting excited. This show is fantastic. Boy, I wish this was clearer. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Lear. Mr. Steve J. Goddard. Up there in the sound and lighting booth is Tommy from the Broadway stage. And in the back of the video is our good buddy Richard Zimmer. Oh yeah! This is a game called Questions Only. It's really quite a simple game. All we got to do is continue to do everything in questions. If they don't ask in questions, if they do something in a statement, they're going to get exited out. Now it's really kind of easy. You know what? Dave, come on up here, help me. Dan, come on. This is Dan Williams. Give Dan a round of applause. And just to show that anybody could do this, you just have to answer in questions. So if I ask you a question, you just answer in questions. So what's your name?
Dan.
got this now? Okay, all right. You ready? Let's try this again. Where were you born?
What city?
In what city? I think that was.
Oh,
In what city? Who cares what city, you know? See, so that's all. One time, you're ready for this now. Okay, so here we go. Who's your favorite lady?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Why is it so tough?
Because if I give you the wrong answer, I'll get in trouble.
Give him a round of applause. You get the idea. It has to be questions only. Our first two players starting this game out is going to be Deborah and CJ.
The two ponytails.
Yes. Yes, okay. So questions only. Do you want a place to start? Should I find out a place to start?
Sure, why not?
Okay, let's put them in some place, some far exotic location, perhaps.
A lizard farm.
A lizard farm.
lizard farm.
A lizard farm. A lizard farm. Questions only. Players, are you ready?
We're ready.
Lizard farm. Go. You see the Tyrannosaurus anywhere here?
What was your name again?
What kind of lizard has a red striped tail?
What's your name again?
Where did you put the lizard food?
When did you get to the lizard farm?
How do you think we drove so fast? There's a lizard chasing us.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Are we there yet? Didn't you see the truck pull up?
Is it full of lizards?
You ever seen that many lizards in a row?
Is that what a lizard looks like?
I hope so.
What happens if you pull their tails?
Are lizards' tails as strong as I think they are?
Are lizards...
Remind you of your ticket?
Am I supposed to have brought a ticket?
Do you have any money?
Not really.
Young lady, you have a ticket?
Oh, where did I put it?
You look in your pants.
Should I always keep my tickets in my sock?
Maybe.
Has anyone seen my ticket? I put it in someone's sock.
Would this be your ticket?
Does that say $14.95?
Where did I put my glasses? Can you please check your sock?
If I check my sock, I'm going to have to stand right over here.
I brought my tickets. Can I choose my seats?
Why on earth would we have seats at a lizard farm?
Because I want to watch the lizards walk by.
Is this where I go for a tuxedo?
What kind of lizard is that?
Is it a fully clothed lizard in a tuxedo?
Why do you think I asked you?
Do you want me to study more about fashion trends in lizards?
What's that in your hair?
Is it my lizard hat?
That is question.
Our next game is called Superheroes. And in Superheroes, I'm going to take 4 players. We're going to bring them up here, and we're going to solve a horrible world crisis together. Maybe. But in order to start the game, you're going to need some help. So the first thing that I'd like is for you guys to let me know your favorite really active small pet.
Ferret.
A ferret. Awesome. Ferrets are good. Okay, next thing I need is an annoying habit.
Nose picking.
Awesome. Okay. And now I need a group of people. It could be, Republicans. It could be,
Hippies.
whatever. What's that?
Hippies.
Hippies. Awesome. And I need something you can't live without.
Cell phone.
Cell phone. I heard cell phone. Awesome. Okay. Now, believe it or not, we have just decided the world's problem, and we've also named the first superhero. Now, the first superhero who's here is going to name the second one, and they'll name the third one, and it'll go on. But for now, believe it or not, we have a problem in the world that hippies have stolen all of the cell phones. And our first superhero, Deborah, is nose-picking ferret woman. Are you ready to play superhero?
No, I gotta put my nose.
Let's begin.
Let's see what's going on in the world. Let me see. Oh my God! All the hippies have stolen all the cell phones. What are we gonna do? I need some help.
I came as quickly as I could.
Oh, Gallopy Gossip Girl! I need some help.
Did you hear the one about? Did you hear Tony went over to Carol's house?
Oh,
and
was he a hippie? Did he steal the cell phone?
they were smoking a lot of funny stuff. I don't
Oh
know.
my
What
God.
seems to be the problem?
All the hippies stole the cell phone.
I'm so glad you're here, limping, drooling person.
Oh yeah.
What are we gonna do? All the hippies stole all the cell phones.
Oh no!
You're drooling all over the cell phones.
Alright,
Oh no, you're drooling all over the hippies. What are we gonna do?
maybe I can help. Oh, I'm so glad you're here! Man who thinks he's on Venus! I know, we'll find
Did you hear about Carol? She's dating a guy from Venus.
Oh my God, are you dating Carol?
Carol.
Is she a hippie? Did she steal all the cell phones?
Whoa! That's really messy.
Can we get, here, I'll throw some on that, there you go. That's here.
I think I'll gallop off to see if I can solve the
See if you
problem.
can solve the problem.
I think I'll check Mars.
Check Mars, maybe all the cell phones are on Mars if the hippies went there.
I'm just gonna limp away now.
Okay, I've had it, we can't solve this one. Now, let's get undisgusting. No, it's disgusting. We're going to play a game called Critics Corner. And I need critics, C.J. and Henry, and actors, Dave and Diane. And you've seen Siskel and Ebert and all kinds of stuff like that. So this is our version of Siskel and Ebert. They will be reviewing two wonderful movies. You're going to come up with the titles, of course. And our wonderful actors will act out parts of the movie that they set up for us. So, first we need an unlikely title for a romantic comedy.
She wasn't there for me.
She wasn't there for me. Now, if you want to get your ideas out, you're going to be loud, and because he got in because he was first. Okay. Now, we need an unlikely title for a horror movie.
Where are your pants?
Where are your pants? Oh, that's horrifying. I love it. Okay, so our critics will be reviewing. What was the first one?
She wasn't there for me.
She wasn't there for me. A romantic comedy. And where are your pants?
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Are you ready?
We are ready.
We're ready.
Welcome to Critics Corners. I'm Daryl.
I'm Daryl.
And we're here to review two fantastic movies today. Our other brother Daryl couldn't be here tonight. So, thank you very much, Daryl. Now, two fantastic movies, I gotta say. We're right in that sweet spot of the summer coming into the fall, and we got a great romantic comedy. She wasn't there for me, and then we'll talk about this other one. You know me, I'm not on the horror thing, but Where Were Your Pants? But first, let's talk about She Wasn't There for Me.
I love that movie. The opening scene grabbed me right from the start. It was just one of those kind of things you realize this movie's going somewhere great.
And the two actors in it were just unbelievable. The famously unknown actors were just incredible. So you mentioned the first scene. Set that up for us just a little bit, Daryl.
Well, of course, the movie opens, everybody's waiting to see how is this going to play back to. She wasn't there for me, because you got to set it up. Well, let me just go ahead and run this clip, and let's see what they did.
Well, let's
with it.
watch.
Coffee? Oh, I'm sorry, you're not here, are you?
I am here and I'm not here. It's a philosophical question, isn't it? Milk?
Is this metaphysical milk?
Yes, I dropped it. Because I wasn't there for you.
Mother told me this was going to be a difficult relationship.
Right there is where they caught us. Now, so it moves on from there, that he finally figures out that he's hallucinating this whole thing. He thinks she's there, and he's hearing those voices in his head, and he's responding to those. So just as we get towards the end of the movie, I don't want to give away the ending, just as we get to the end, he finds out that she actually is there, but he's not. That's
Dave!
I can feel you.
I can feel you, Dave!
It's astounding. All this time, I thought you were a figment of my imagination.
Dave, I think I can still feel you.
A figment of
still
my
there?
imagination.
Dave?
A
Right
figment
there.
of my imagination.
That was unbelievable. You know, had they gone any farther with the feeling thing, I thought we would have had to go with the brown bag. I don't know about you, but that twist at the end really did it for me. I'm giving this 2 thumbs up.
Double out of here, 2 thumbs for me. I loved it. The twist at the end just spun me out of my seat.
Thanks, Daryl.
Thanks, Daryl.
Now the second. I'm not used to having a live studio audience over in our living room. It really adds something to the show, don't you think? So the second movie, this is right down your alley. You love these horror movies. I'm kind of like watching this the whole time. But Where Are Your Pants? And pretty scary movie, I gotta say.
I won't say something about my pants, but yes, it was scary.
The pants are a little scary too. So again, the first scene opens up, they're in the swamp and the alligators are all there, which kind of makes you wonder where the pants are going to go. But then they're on one of those hydrofoil boats, and that's really where things take off, when they start going down the river on the hydrofoil. So let's take a look at that.
Oh, my hat! Where did my hat go?
Oh, I've heard things disappear in this swamp. That's the story my grandpappy always told me.
Really?
I'm wondering why the boat got so quiet all of a sudden.
Honey, can you slow it down just a bit? Can I
Sure.
just get my hat?
Let me see if I can swing it around.
Okay. Do you see it? Oh, it's right there. It's right there.
It's
right there. It's right there.
it's floating
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get out and get it. Okay?
in midair.
Let's stop it right there. Because, you know, I don't know if they saw that gator, but she was going to get out. And go ahead.
That floating hat, why did you think it was moving so fast?
I don't know. That boggles the imagination. Now, there was a lot of blood and gore in this thing. There's no doubt
I
about
know you don't
that.
like that.
I just don't like that at all. So then we find out where her pants really are. I know that was your favorite part of it.
That was it.
So why don't you go ahead and show the part of the clip where the pants
The
are.
hat part made sense, but then now we get to the scene where did those pants go? Let's see what they did.
Oh, the alligator's coming! The alligator's coming! Where are my legs? Where are my legs?
Darling, stop screaming. They eat faster when you scream.
That was really, that was
horrifying.
That was horrifying. You know, I'm not much on the horror movie genre and all that, but seeing as how she did get eaten, I'm going to give it 1 thumb up.
I'll go with you on that, Daryl, because we kind of think alike, you know.
All right, very good. Well, I'm Daryl,
I'm Daryl.
and we want to thank you for watching Critics Corner today, and we'll see you next week, same time. Same
Oh, look, it's time to play Fresh Choice. This is a fun one. We're going to bring out Andy, Diane, Rhonda, and Steve on the stage. Yes, okay, on the stage. Thank you. This is going to be, the idea of Fresh Choice is they're going to perform a scene. That's what actors do. And during the course of this scene, I'm going to be very dissatisfied with what they're doing. And so from time to time, I'm going to just at any point in the scene, I'm gonna say fresh choice, they're gonna have to take whatever line they said, forget it, give me a different line in its place. And if I don't like what they give me the second time, I might say fresh choice again 2 or 3 times, just to kind of keep things going along. But basically, they're gonna try to keep the scene moving forward, making some kind of sense, while I'm interrupting them all over the place. So, let's put these people any place where you might find a group of people.
An elf's house.
And what kind of house?
An elf's house.
An elf house. They are in an elf house, okay? Players in, you're gonna maybe have a couple of you start out and then others join in. Go.
Boy, these cookies are sure complicated. I didn't know they had so many ingredients.
I know, but aren't the beautiful M&Ms just colorful?
Fresh choice.
Aren't these almonds just yummy and crunchy?
Oh yeah, they're really. I think it's stuck.
Oh,
Oh,
well, let me help you.
okay.
Let me help you.
All right. I think.
Ding dong.
Andy, fresh choice.
What are you guys doing here? You're burning the cookies.
Oh, there was a problem with a tooth and an almond stuck in it, and I had to help him.
I'm
I'm an elf.
I'm gonna need to call the elf union on you both.
Oh, no.
This is the 3rd time this week.
Andy, fresh choice.
I'm gonna not be able to feed these to my mother.
But that's our whole goal. After selling to all the bonds all over was to give some to your mom.
I
Fresh
know.
choice.
But that's the whole goal, is to make it so your mom didn't have any cookies.
Steve, fresh choice.
But that's the whole goal, is to take it to the moon.
Remember, supermarket, moon. And they don't eat crunchy cookies on the moon.
How many bags do you need?
I need 46.
We can do that. We can do that. Give it to me.
Million. Million. Keep baking.
I need to make sure that I have 46 million so that I can deliver half of them to the moon.
I'm aware of that. We're working on it. They're baking as fast as they can. The problem here is that the tax collector is back there and he's gonna take like half of the cookies.
Andy, fresh choice.
I ate all the cookies I want, so help yourself.
You have half the batch too?
Yeah, they'll work harder.
Boss, the problem is we can't work fast enough. We either need more elves, or we need to have that magical powder that makes us super fast.
Diane, fresh choice.
I don't want to do this anymore. If they come, they can take my place.
I can give you a Red Bull, maybe that might help you feel better, but I don't have any little munchkins to take your place.
Diane, fresh choice. Rhonda, fresh choice, sorry.
I don't have any elves to take your place.
Rhonda, fresh choice.
I don't have any bananas to take your place.
Santa sent over a dozen elves, but they're coming by sleigh and they're not gonna be here for a week.
Well, I guess the Red Bull will help a little if you wouldn't mind getting it.
I have some bananas.
You know what? Why don't we take the bananas to the moon instead? They don't know what they're eating up there anyway. So this will work out.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let me grab some cookies.
Yeah, we'll keep baking.
Okay.
I mean,
Andy, fresh choice.
you know what? If you crawl in the oven, it might make things go faster. Okay, for our next game, we're going to play press conference. And if you guys have seen a typical press conference, we've got somebody who's going to be answering questions from the press. And today that person is Diane. Diana's going to be going outside. So let's say goodbye to her.
Bye, Diane.
Outside. And in the meantime, I'm going to need your help because she doesn't know who she is and she doesn't know what she's done. And hopefully by the end of the game, she'll have figured it out. You know, what I need from you, first off, is I need a famous fictional character. That means fake. Somebody maybe from a movie who's famous.
Sherlock Holmes.
Indiana
Harry
Jones.
Potter? Harry Potter.
Let's do Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's okay. Now, how about a household appliance you use almost every day?
Vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner, that's nice. And if you were a superhero, or think of your favorite superhero, what power do they have that you think, wow, that'd be really cool to have?
Right, sense.
Invisibility. I like it. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, Indiana Jones has invented the invisible vacuum cleaner. And it's up to her to figure that out. So let's give her a round of applause for the
Hello. I just want to thank you all for coming. You are a fabulous group of reporters. There's many of you I recognize, and I've read your articles, and I have so much respect. So please, anybody have a question, I'm happy to answer. You in the front.
Ed Amani from the Soybean News.
Ed!
I thought it was the other guy coming today, not the guy from Star Wars.
Well, are you disappointed? A little bit?
A little bit.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Yes.
Chase Lounge from the Outdoor America. I was just wondering, how did you get away from that rolling boulder?
Well, Chase, it has a lot to do with my whipping technique. You in the back.
I see poorly from Optometric Weekly. Did you have to use the whip as part of this item?
I see. I use my whip whenever possible. Yes.
Mark Head Crash, Wall Street Journal. Why snakes? Why
Oh,
snakes?
I think it has something to do with their shape and the fact that they can bite and that they're poisonous. Yes, you in the back, sir.
Andy Capper, Horse Race Times. Isn't this thing easier to use if you can see it?
Most things are easier to use when you can see them. Sometimes it's fun to just feel around.
Yeah, so loud and clear from Audio Electric Gazette. What made you decide that you could get into this cleanup issue and come up with this wonderful invention? How did you decide to clean up on this invention?
How to clean up on this
What made you
invention?
decide that we need to clean up on the situation?
It may have been something to do with the snakes. Plus, I'm just brilliant. You in the back, sir.
Peter Piper, pumpkin picking particulars. I was wondering if you think that this invention sucks any more than your other inventions.
Well, it has quite a lot of sucking power. And I'm quite proud of that.
Chase Lounge again. I was just wondering, because it needed so much power for all these snakes that you were trying to attract or collect all,
Yes.
did you need to be somewhere near a Hoover Dam to get that much electricity?
Electricity? No. I created these for household use. So you can just plug them in, like any household vacuum. Yes.
Well, did the fact that you couldn't see it suck up your hat?
Because I couldn't see it. It's a problem. I may have gone too far with my invention with the not being able to see it. The invisible vacuum?
Talking about movies, let's go to TV left, pan right, one of my favorite games. I need CJ, Diane, and Steve. All right, and a triumvirate here. So we have 3 people. That means we're going to have 3 couples. Someone needs to
I will go.
fight over it, Susan. They will have 3 scenes going, a different scene with each partner. We're going to set up where they are. You're going to help me with that. But they're going to have to know their left from their right. So when I go pan left, good job. How about pan right? All right, they know their left from their right. Now, the cardinal rule for this game is when I make them move, the new person coming into their scene has to start that new scene with the last line from the previous scene. That's very important. So, we need your help to put these lovely people in an enclosed space. Really tight, enclosed space.
Elevator.
Inside a gourd. A giant gourd. I love it. Inside a gourd. We've done elevator before. Okay, pan right. Now, these 2 lovely people are at a convention. An unusual convention for an unusual profession.
Gastrointestinal convention.
It's a gastrointestinal convention. Okay, now that's me. All right. And these 2 lovely people are at a sports event. For a sport, maybe some Olympic sport.
Underwater basket
Curling?
weaving.
What?
Underwater basket weaving.
Underwater basket weaving. What could be better? Okay, so guys, where are you?
We're underwater basket weaving.
Hand left. And you are?
At a gastrointestinal convention.
Hand left. And you are?
In a
gourd.
gourd.
All right. Are you ready, players?
Yes.
Right.
And scene.
Selfie!
Let's get another one. Selfie.
Okay, get one of me looking really tiny in the gourd.
Hand right.
Let's get one of me looking really tiny in the gourd.
Okay. Well, that's not really a gourd, that's a large intestine.
Oh.
Oh, actually, that might be a colon.
Yeah. It goes with our slogan, digestion happens.
Hand right.
Slow digestion happens.
Well, yes, but you have to stay in the water tank anyway to win the competition.
How do you keep hold of the knife?
Well, okay, now, you really shouldn't be using the knife too much while you're underwater. Hopefully, you know, okay, we used to have heard of dolphins that did this.
Of course I've heard of dolphins.
Hand left.
Of course I've heard of dolphins. I just don't know why they have dolphin keychains at a gastrointestinal convention.
Hey, it's because dolphins are a model of gastrointestinal workability.
Well, it's better than all the free laxatives.
Hand right.
I thought somebody said something about laxatives? The basketives?
Yes, there was one slightly unscrupulous